In this video, I'm going to be going over my pros and cons of the new Samsung Galaxy A54 5G. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, so we have the A54 5G and all of its beautiful violet glory right here, and we're going to be going over the pros and cons of this device. And this is the new generation of, I guess, the A50 series, and doesn't look like a lot has changed, but trust me, a lot has changed. So let's go ahead and start this out. So first and foremost, we're going to be talking about the display. And of course, we still have that Super Amoled display on this device. Beautiful Super Amoled display. And of course, this is the first pro about this device. Amazing display. We even have this little interactive wallpaper that I'm loving so far, and everything about this display is great. 1920 by 2340, 120 hertz refresh rate. Everything is great on this display, but there has been a huge improvement on the display, and we actually have 1,000 nits for brightness on this display now. So we got an upgrade from last year's Galaxy A53 from 800 nits to 1,000. So in direct sunlight, this is going to look much better than last year's device. So good thinking, Samsung. I was like, there's something that has changed about this display, and I don't know. It is extremely bright. That's something I can tell you. 1,000 nits on an A54 5G. Beautiful stuff. Our second pro on this device is going to be that we've kept our IP67 water and dust resistance, and this can last underwater up to 1 meter for about 30 minutes. So if you guys drop this, in the bath, or if you drop in the toilet, or you guys are by a pool, drop it in the pool, this device should be fine. So it's great that they kept that IP certification. I know some companies don't like paying for that, so Samsung, thank you for getting this certified. Our third pro, and this is probably going to be the biggest pro about this device, my favorite thing about this device, is the body of the phone looks and feels better than any other A series devices before it. So we're now using a glass back on this device, and it feels so premium. So we've come to a time where the A50 series as we know it has reached a place where it is pretty much impossible to differentiate mid-range and flagship devices. So the average person that sees you carrying Galaxy A54 doesn't know you got it at Metro by T-Mobile, Cricket Wireless, or another prepaid carrier, or you even paid $449 if you got the unlocked variant. They are going to think that this is an S23. Beautiful stuff right here. Amazing looking phone, and very premium. So obviously the things that have changed: glass back, and this is a flat back now as well, so no rounded back. I can't say too many good things about this, honestly. I really love this. I hope you guys get to see this in person. If you're not going to pick up this phone, if you're at Best Buy one day, or like Target or something like that, or Walmart, just pick this up at the stands and check it out. Really beautiful phone. Our fourth pro is going to have to be the cameras on this device. Now my camera review is going to be coming out soon, so make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. But the cameras are insanely good for this price tag of $449. Now we're going to be talking about some later, because there are some phones that have better cameras around at this price tag, but the thing about this is it's very polished from what we've seen in the last few years, especially compared to the A53. The video is super noticeable, especially on 1080p's at 60 frames per second. Very clear, clean, and cut, and more stable than I've seen before. So I'm pretty sure we're using a new sensor in the A54 from the A53, but the optimization and the updates they've done to the camera are really good. So most people, I don't even think they can differentiate between this and a flagship device, even in cameras. Obviously, us tech nerds, we're going to know the difference between an S23 camera and an A54 camera, but for most people, they're not going to notice at all, and they're not going to care. So this is going to be a perfect camera for 99.9% of people. Our fifth pro is going to be 4 years of operating system updates and 5 years of security patches. So great to see that on this device. We're going to be secured up to Android 17, and for the next 5 years you guys can still be using this device and getting security patches. So honestly, Very, very future-proof device right here. Our fifth pro has to be that we have some loud and clear stereo speakers. I'll go ahead and put some NCS on here right now. I know it's not going to do it justice, but I was playing some Call of Duty earlier, just doing a little gaming test, and that will be coming out soon. But wow, is it loud and is it clear? It's really, really loud and clear. Very, very premium audio on this device. You guys are going to be insanely impressed with this. All right, guys, we have some from non-copyright sounds. I know this isn't going to do it justice, but just listen to this.
She's nothing like you ever seen. Her mood goes up and down and round and round, and ain't no telling what she might do next. 'Cause she's a itty bitty spider with a itty bitty ladder, and she might just come for you. Should always sleep with one eye open. You better keep in mind to always look over your shoulder.
So super clear and super loud speaker on this device. So really impressed with what I've seen. And the last pro about the Galaxy A54, and I guess this would be a pro about the A54 and A34, but the colors on these devices this year, let's go ahead and throw that out of the way, are so beautiful. I think they're the best looking colors that the A series has ever done. Amazing stuff for the A34 and the A54. The A54 will come in this color as well. I think this lime color is the best one I've seen. I wish I would have got it on the A54, but wow, look at that. It's kind of like one of those reflective jackets. Is something that I can compare it to, and that Samsung logo just shines and shimmers as well. We kind of have these lime silver accents, and the same thing with the violet. The violet is so nice. Beautiful phones this year. I've never seen mid-range devices like this before. Beautiful phones. All right, guys, so let's get into the dreaded cons of the Galaxy A54. So the first con we're going to get into is there is no headphone jack on this device. So I know this may piss off somebody, but no headphone jack on here. You can, however, get some earbuds or headphones that are USB Type-C. I know for the audiophiles out there that like using Sennheisers or AKGs, and they're kind of like, they only use 3.5 millimeter. So kind of sucks for the people that really are specific with their headphones. But you can always get a pair of wireless earbuds, or of course get a dongle. Our next con is probably the biggest con about the Galaxy A54. So there are many other devices around this price tag right now, and even cheaper, that are considered better. So I've made a video a few days ago about the Pixel 7 that just went on sale. That device is around this price tag. The Pixel 6a is actually only $299 now. And there are many other used and renewed devices that you can get that are better as far as the chipset and the camera and everything else. But the thing is, we get the operating system updates on here up to Android 17, and we're covered for 5 years of security patches, so we can look at that. And also, not everybody likes completely stock Android. A lot of people like Samsung's user interface, and they like the skin on it. I, for one, use an S22 Ultra as my main phone. So the S22 is what I run every single day. It's what I'm filming this video with right now. So this UI is a UI that I'm comfortable with, and there's many other things that I use with Samsung that I really like on this. So, you know, like Smart View and, you know, always on display and stuff. And obviously, you know, Google has its own stuff going for them, and obviously you guys can get to use Samsung as well. But the two biggest factors are going to be, are you going to be covered for as long as the A54? Is the device going to be new? And do you like the user interface? And if you can answer all those questions, then you can decide between the A54 and the Pixel 7, Pixel 6a, or a used Samsung device. So it's all depending on what you want. This is just a newer device, but there is many other competition out there that does it better. But the A54 5G, for what it is, amazing phone. And even going deeper, a lot of people watching this video may, you know, be at a prepaid carrier like Cricket Wireless, Metro by T-Mobile, and they got this phone at a discount price, or they got it on sale. That, for a lot of people, is going to be the justification of picking up the A54 5G. So, you know, I'm sure Metro by T-Mobile is going to be doing this phone for free soon. So, You know, that's going to be the biggest factors of switching, but there is many other competitors out there right now. Our next con is going to be that we have no charger inside the box, and as you guys can see, this is a very, very slim box. Not the biggest deal in the world. Kind of sucks for somebody that's, you know, switching from like a flip phone to a smartphone, and this is their first smartphone and it doesn't come with a charger. That's kind of weird. But for a lot of places, they'll give you a great deal on a wall charger. Like Anchor does a good job. They have some great 25-watt wall chargers, and this is rated up to 25 watts. And I didn't even talk about this, but this charge is actually pretty quick. I've been using my Anchor charger on this, and it's been doing a decent job. But no charger inside the box, a con nonetheless. And our last con, and I don't think this is too much of a con because I don't think too many people use the macro sensor, but the macro sensor on this device isn't crazy impressive. That's one thing that I don't think changed enormously, and I don't think they really focus on that too much. But I didn't see a whole bunch of a change on the macro sensor on this device. So it's not the greatest in the world. It still does its job, but for anybody that's like an artsy type that's really into the macro sensor, I don't know if it's too much of a change for you to upgrade. But those are the pros and cons of this device. Again, for the cameras, I will have a review coming out for that soon separately from this video. But those are the pros and cons, the good, bad, and ugly of the Galaxy A54. If you guys have any opinions or any questions, of course, leave them in the comment section down below as always. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. This has been Stefan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.